Hi, my name is Bill Mercer. I'm the Associate Director of Curatorial Affairs and Curator of Art at the Panhandle-Plains Historical Museum. And today I'd like to talk to you about one of my favorite paintings that's on display here in the art galleries. It is a painting by Porfirio Salinas. Porfirio Salinas was a Mexican-American painter who was born in Bastrop, Texas. And I really enjoy this painting because it's a landscape featuring Texas bluebonnets. He lived in the hill country, and it became a favorite subject for him and many other Texas artists in the middle of the 20th century. And I figured that since it was springtime, that it would be a wonderful time to talk about this particular piece. Salinas grew up very poor. His family were tenant farmers. And as a teenager, he ended up going to live with them in San Antonio. They moved off the farm and into town. And he immediately, by the time he was 12 years old, started working in an art supply shop. And in doing so, he loved art. He was making art all the time, and he was very well known by his early 20s just for selling his works in and around San Antonio. Ultimately, he was discovered, if you will, by Lyndon Johnson, who claimed that Porfirio was his favorite artist of all time. And there's this wonderful story that when Johnson and Lady Bird Johnson moved to Washington, D.C., when Lyndon Johnson became vice president, that they decorated their whole house in French antiques, except for the foyer, which was nothing but Porfirio Salinas paintings. And when asked to comment about that, Lady Bird Johnson said, "Well, I want us to remember where we came from." And so to me, this has a wonderful backstory to it. A very poor kid who grows up to be one of the more famous artists that Texas has ever produced, and certainly got the credit from Lyndon Johnson and Lady Bird Johnson.